Good day everyone. Today we will be discussing all about peace education together with the various levels of peace, spheres of human life, and the relationship between human and the natural environment. Just to inform you guys, this is for educational use only. Our group is allowing our instructor, Mr. Roldan Ardines, to use this as an educational material. So let us now begin the discussion. According to the CMO or the CHED Memorandum Order, their holistic concept of peace is that peace is not only in the absence of war and other forms of physical or direct violence, but also in the presence of well-being and non-exploitative relationships in the various levels of human life. In simple terms, the statement means that peace isn't just about the absence of war or violence. It also involves ensuring people's overall well-being and fostering fair and respectful relationships in all aspects of life. Peace is not about creating a positive, healthy environment where everyone can thrive, not just avoiding conflict.
Hi everyone, my topic is about interpersonal peace. Interpersonal peace, as defined in CMO number 1, 2019, refers to relational peace that exists within personal relationship. It emphasizes the importance of clarity and emotional regulations, allowing individuals to respond positively to negative actions from others. This form of peace fosters forgiveness, self-respect, and dignity, contributing to a more harmonious community. Interpeace is interconnected with inner peace, suggesting that cultivating peace within oneself can enhance relationship and promote a peaceful society overall. My second topic is talk about inner peace. According to for Felsman 2003, inner peace is an aspect of spiritual life that derives from the awareness of our own substantiality. Inner peace is not a single emotion, but a felt relation to the vast project of finding meaning and purpose within. Like any relationship, peace has its moods, accents, eclipses, and lows. Inner peace is dimension of existence that is complex, variable, and multifaceted. Personal peace, also referred to as inner peace, internal peace, and peace of mind, is defined as a deliberate state of either physiological or spiritual calm, harmony, serenity, and tranquility even in the presence of stressors.
Discussing social peace involves examining various aspects that contribute and or undermine that stability and harmony within a society. Here's a breakdown of key elements often explored, like definition and dimension. Social peace generally means a stable, harmonious state where societal conflict are minimized and management effectively. It can be viewed through multiple dimensions such as economic stability, social justice, legal fairness, and cultural harmony. Factors influencing social peace: economic inequality, employment, and poverty lead to social unrest. Ensuring fair economic opportunities and reducing these disparities contribute to social peace. Political factors: effectively governance, rule of law, and political inclusiveness are crucial. Political corruption or inclusion can lead to social discord. Peace among states or international peace refers to the absence of absence of war and conflict between countries, and the promotion of harmonious relations at the global level. Achieving and maintaining this kind of peace involves various dimensions. Diplomacy, negotiation, and delegate states use diplomatic channels to address disagreements and resolve conflict peacefully. This includes direct negotiation, international summit, mediated talk, treaties, and agreements. Formal agreements between states such as peace, trade agreement, and arms control pacts helps manage relations and prevent conflict. International institution, United Nations, and the UN plays a key role in maintaining international peace through its peacekeeping mission, conflict prevention efforts, and international law. Regional organization bodies like the European Union, African Union, and Asian work to foster regional cooperation and prevent.
Good day, everyone. My topic is to discuss peace between humans and our Earth. Peace between humanity and the Earth means living in harmony with the natural world by using resources responsibly and minimizing environmental harm. It involves taking urgent action on climate change, protecting ecosystems, and ensuring that the benefits and burdens of environmental policies are shared fairly. By conserving biodiversity, we help maintain the balance of life that support all species, including our own. Global collaboration is essential to address these challenges, as is fostering environmental awareness and education. Together, these efforts can create a sustainable future where both people and the planet flourish.
Spheres of life, human life discuss physical aspects of human life. Physical health involves many aspects of life, such as sleeping well, eating well, being physically active, having good hygiene, and getting enough relaxation. Psychology studies the concept of spheres of life. These are different areas of activity. Manifestation of reality, relationships that form a person's unique personality. On how harmoniously they interact with each other depends on his success, well-being, moral state, that feeling of satisfaction from life. To achieve harmony between this constituent part, it is important to maintain balance. We should not interfere or contradict each other in any way. If we consider human life as a living organism, in it the spheres of life represent separate parts of body united in a single system, each of which perform its separate functions. Legs are needed for walking, hands for manipulating objects, head for thinking, and so on. For a moment, imagine what would happen if all organs were replaced by a single universal one. The human organism would degenerate, return to the amoeboid stage, and so it is in life. The more complex its structure, the more complete and diverse it is.
The mental or intellectual aspect of human life involves our thoughts, emotions, reasoning, memory, and overall mental health. It shapes who we are, how we think, learn, and make decisions, and how we handle our emotions. Good mental health helps us cope with stress, enjoy life, and make sound decisions that align with our values. Our memory allows us to store and recall information, which is essential for learning and making informed choices. Creativity and self-awareness also play a crucial role, enabling us to come up with new ideas, think critically, and reflect on our experiences for personal growth. The intellectual aspect also involves our ability to reason, solve problems, and engage in creative thinking. These skills are essential not only for personal success but also for contributing to society. Our environment and experiences significantly shape our mental abilities, education, cultures, and social interactions play a vital role in intellectual development. Moreover, maintaining a healthy balance between intellectual growth and emotional well-being is crucial for a fulfilling life, as neglecting either can lead to challenges in mental health and personal satisfaction.
Spiritual aspects in the spheres of life refers to the dimension that encompasses one's inner beliefs, values, and sense of purpose, often transcending material or physical concerns. It can influence how individuals find meaning, seek personal growth, and connect with others and the global universe. This aspect often includes practices like meditation, prayer, or contemplation, and it can manifest in how people approach relationships, work, and personal challenges, fostering a sense of connection, peace, and fulfillment. In summary, the spiritual aspect of life involves a profound exploration of meaning, values, and purpose, impacting various spheres such as personal development, relationships, work, and community involvement. It provides a framework for understanding one's place in the world and fosters a sense of connection and fulfillment that transcends the material concerns. The social aspects in the spheres of life encompasses the ways in which individuals interact with and relate to others within their communities and society at large. It includes the dynamics of relationships, social roles, and the impact of social structures on personal and collective experiences. In summary, the social aspects of life involves the various ways in which individuals interact with others and are influenced by social structures and norms. It includes relationships, social roles, community involvement, and the impact of cultural and institutional factors, all of which contribute to a person's overall experience functioning in society.
The impacts of human activities on the natural environment is profound and far-reaching, from the deforestation and pollution to climate change and overexploitation of resources. Humans' actions are causing irreversible damage to ecosystem and the planet as the whole. The consequences of these actions not only threaten biodiversity but also the sustainability of the human life on Earth. To mitigate these impacts, it is essential to adopt more sustainable practice, protect natural habitats, reduce pollution, and address the root causes of the climate change. The future of both humanity and planet depends on our ability to balance economic growth with the environmental stewardship. These human-induced changes to the natural environment have far-reaching consequences, affecting both planet and health of human well-being. Sustainable practices, conservation efforts, and cooperation are essential to mitigate these impacts and preserve the natural environment for future generations. In the summary, the humans significantly impact the natural environment through various activities that alter ecosystem, contribute to climate change, and deplete resources.
Understanding interdependence and adapting sustainable practices in the relationship between humans and natural environment are vital for a balanced coexistence benefiting both people and the planet. Here are the most important things to remember in the relationship between human and our environment. First is human impact. Pollution from industry and agriculture affects air, water, and soil quality. Deforestation and climate change disrupt ecosystem and weather patterns. Second is sustainable practices. Use renewable energy, solar, wind to reduce emission. support conservation efforts to protect wildlife and forests, practice sustainable agriculture to maintain soil health, and the last one is health and well-being. Access to nature improves mental health. Healthy ecosystems are crucial for food and clean water. In conclusion, maintaining a healthy relationship with the natural environment is vital for our survival and well-being. By adopting sustainable practices and supporting conservation, we can protect our planet and ensure a better future for all.
So that is all for our topic. Thank you for listening.